What's up, my PT peeps? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 8 death predictions. Spoiler warning, if you're not up to date of the show, you don't know the comics, you don't want to know any of this stuff, don't want to ruin it for you, so stop watching now. Season 8. Gonna start filming pretty soon. Can't wait till October, and it's gonna be all-out war. Well, it's already in that. Season 7 finale started it, but it's gonna be a war, so people are gonna die. And the Walking Dead cast is huge right now, so people are going to die to clean it all out. Some Saviors are gonna die, some Alexandrians are gonna die, some Kingdom people are gonna die. Hilltop, gonna have some casualties, just part of war, right? My first is Eric. I think Eric's gonna go because he's not too great of a character. I think his death will bring a whole new storyline for Aaron, possibly Jesus down the road. I know some people want to see Aaron and Jesus, but Eric, I could see dying as a casualty of war. Aaron will be, set up for a big storyline, possibly be sad, and Aaron could be stronger with Eric's death. And if we lose Eric, it's not too big of a loss. Jadis. Well, all of the scavengers, heapsters, garbage pail kids, I'm ready for them all to go, but I think Jadis definitely needs to go. That's for damn sure, whether it's by Negan or Rick or Shiva or whoever. It'd be pretty awesome if it was Shiva rips her head off or Rick shoots her in the face and blows her head off, but they double-crossed Rick. They chose the wrong side, and it's going to bite him in the ass. I would love for it to see that happen pretty quick. Tamiel, definitely got to go. I could see Shiva, she tries to get away and Shiva just chomps down on her. That'd be pretty cool if Shiva just let loose in the junkyard. Brion, the third in command of the scavengers. And I don't think the scavengers last. I think they need to go quickly end that storyline and they die, hopefully quick. They had their time. They need to go. They don't bring much to the show. I think their story, their arc is done so they can die within the first 3 episodes. Jerry. I think Jerry is going to die and take the place of the Richard death because Richard would still be alive in the comic, but Jerry is a fan favorite, and fan favorites aren't going to be around for very long, especially secondary characters of Jerry. Hopefully it doesn't happen. These are predictions, but I see Jerry dying in the war like Richard in the war. The storyline of Richard on the show and the comic are different. I see Jerry taking the place of that, and he could possibly die. Hopefully this person dies quickly too, Jared. He's a dick. He's an asshole. He needs to go quick. I could see the Kingdom people taking out all these Saviors would be pretty awesome. So Jared and even Gavin, really that whole group needs to go out. I don't see them keeping Gavin alive because that would be a liability, but Jared needs to get the axe to the dome. Jerry's axe to the dome. I would almost feel bad if Gavin dies, but he needs to go. You can't keep these people around. Gavin, I think, is decent. He's a decent human being out of all the people that lead the Saviors and have the outposts, but I could see all those Saviors dying. Simon. I don't see Simon living past the war, especially if they stick with the comic book stuff where Negan gets captured. How could Simon be ruled by Dwight or anybody else? I mean, I don't see that happening. It just wouldn't make sense to me that Simon has to be ruled under someone else in a different regime. I think he dies. Gregory, hopefully he dies in season 8. He might make it to season 9. I don't know if they push that story back a couple seasons or episodes or something with Gregory, because the Gregory storyline, he dies going against Maggie, and that's after the war. So I don't know if that's going to be expedited earlier or differently or not, but Gregory could likely die. I would like to see him have his comic book death. It would be pretty cool. And that would be one thing that I could see Gregory being gone, maybe in season 8. Cal, he's the one that goes with Gregory to the sanctuary that we'll see most likely in 801. I see him dying during the war as a casualty of war, and maybe he's even, a traitor. Tobin. I don't think, I think Tobin kind of could die every year and not really do anything to the show. People are like, why do you hate Tobin? I don't hate Tobin at all. He just doesn't bring much to the table. I see him or Scott being a casualty of war. I think some Alexandrians need to die. So Tobin, Scott, or even Francine could go. I mean, Francine did a little more in the episode with Oceanside and even in the finale, but I just don't see the Alexandrians getting away unscathed, and you have to have the minor characters, the casualties of war. So there's going to be Saviors that die, Kingdom people that die, Alexandrians, and Hilltop. this is a sad one, is Shiva. I think Shiva dies. It would be tough to watch. You know, it's one of those, when you watch a show that's like, animals die and it's heartbreaking, a favorite character dies, and it's like, oh, it's so sad. But when Shiva dies, man, it's just like, oh, tears, I just cried when Shiva, you know, because the storyline is that Shiva dies protecting Ezekiel. She gets swarmed by too many walkers, and she gets, you know, eaten by all the walkers, and it'd be terrible to see. So I think that's going to come around in season 8, protecting Ezekiel. She dies. Because she looks awesome, and the CGI is probably, you know, high budget, so they're probably ready for Shiva to go on the show. My dark horse is either Morgan or Carol. I said this last year, too, because I couldn't tell if Morgan's going to go or Carol, but I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with these two, and I think one of them could possibly die, where they both could live, because I don't know what they're doing exactly, but of the two, I could see Carol having suicide mission or something where she actually goes out taking out a bunch of saviors, and or Morgan doing the same thing. So only time will tell, and I think Morgan or Carol could either die. So there you go, guys. That's my death predictions for season 8 right now. April 7th, I made this video. So post your comments below, guys. Let me know what you think of the death predictions. What are your death predictions for season 8? Check out the Walking Dead community page on Facebook. All are welcome. If you like the channel, you like the group. If you do like this channel, hit that subscribe button today. It really help us out. Join our team, Team PT, and thank you for watching, guys.